is one of these two boxes. Boxes 50 and 51. Going to add to our Nickel Hunt and Album Fill Series album and get us closer to completing it. Hey everyone, it's Rob with RobFindsTreasure, and that's right, we're already on episode 33 of this Nickel Hunt and Album Fill series. Now this is boxes 50 and 51, and like I said in the intro, I'm hoping we can add more goodies to the album. Now I want to remind everyone who hasn't watched this series from the beginning that if you wish to get caught up before you see this episode, please check out the playlist I have both down below and up here so that you can get caught up before you watch this one. If you're already caught up, you'll recall we were able to fill one more spot last episode, and now that puts us at 136 of the 138 Jefferson Nickels in this album completed through 1999. Now, we do need two very tough dates. A 43D War Nickel, which is the lowest minted War Nickel of the War Nickel series, and the key date 1950D. Now, I have found these nickels before in previous hunts, but not since we started recording it for this series. So I'm hoping we get one of those in one of these two boxes. Of course, if we can complete the series right now with these boxes, that would be epic. Now, both these boxes were picked up from the same bank, but they have different stamps on them, so they're probably not from the same run. Also, because of the type of boxes with the holes in the bottom, I don't need to open up ahead of time because I could see they were circulated nickels. So we definitely have 100 rolls to hunt, and we have two boxes to open live. Let me go ahead and close up this album, get it to the side, and we'll do a live opening on box 50 next. All right, box 50 on this series is going to be cracked open, maybe if it doesn't tear into shreds and I can't open it with one hand. It's got a lot of glue, but we can still try to get into it. Maybe. Holy cow. All right. Looks like I might have got just enough to pop it. There we go. Let's take a peek here. Looks like we do have some newer nickels, as I always see, and quite a few of them. So I'm a little concerned about that. But I also see some oldies in here. Hopefully this is not another box like we've been getting lately, where we have a lot of newer nickels, and then it subsequently hurts the hunt. Yep. We're going to have lots of new nickel rolls. Either way, you guys know the drill. I'll push this box back. We'll start the hunt. As a reminder, I'll be using my Nickel Coin Hunts mat, and if you would like to get one for yourself, I have links to this mat both down below, and I'll even put one up here. All right, let's get cracking rolls and hope we get some goodies. We're on roll 3. We don't have a find yet, but I just wanted to show you that roll 3 was an entire uncirculated roll. I won't show all the uncirculated rolls to keep track of them. This is just part of coin roll hunting, it seems like, for 2021. A lot more uncirculated coins for me than normal, especially in the nickels. But it probably will hamper this first box hunt for sure. Just wanted to show you that. Fingers crossed, we don't see a lot of that in that box. Roll 4 is going to get us on the board, though, because we got a 1949 nickel here. 1949, and I think that's Denver, so we can check for the D over S. And I don't see the D over S, but I will definitely take a 1949D in the box. We don't need it for the album, but we could always use it for the collection. Roll 7, another 1940s nickel, and this one actually is a 1940. A 1940 Denver. Roll 16 is going to have two finds. We've got a 1940 right here, 1940 San Francisco, which I'll take. And then as I pushed them down, I thought I saw 50 something back here, 54. And it is. It does have a scratch mark. And I think it's a 54 Philadelphia. Roll 17, another 40s find. Another 1940 as well. Denver. Roll 23, and apparently it's the box of 1940. It's our fourth from 1940. That one's a Philadelphia. Roll number 25, and we've got another 40s nickel, but this one is a 1947. 47S, 1 year off of a semi-key date find. Hunting roll number 27, and I've got myself one of my favorite finds. Slid them down, and I see the back of a Buffalo nickel. Let's see if there's a mint mark. And I can't tell. I think there might be, or am I seeing things? There is. We've got a Denver mint mark on the back of this Buffalo nickel. Not a lot of detail. Hopefully it's older, like in the 20s. Let's see. And I think it's been nickel dated. I think that's a 26 Denver. Yeah. 1926 Buffalo nickel, and I think it's been treated. It's been nickel dated. We'll take it though. It's a Buffalo nickel in the box. They've already done the work for us to make sure the date was exposed. 1926D Buffalo nickel. Let's get back to the hunt and find more goodies. Well, that's going to do it for that box because the vast majority of the last 12 to 15 rolls were uncirculated 2020 Denver rolls, as evidenced by the discard bin. At the end of the day, though, it was still a pretty good box. We did get 7 in the 50s, including a pretty nice 1958 Philadelphia. That might upgrade in the album. We got 6 in the 40s, although 4 were from 1940 alone, and 1 Buffalo. We'll take it, even though it's nickel dated. 14 total finds in the box. It is a light box, but considering almost a third, maybe even half the rolls were new nickels, we'll take what we can get. Thankfully, that box is done. Unfortunately, I don't know if anything is going to help the album. Maybe that 58. Luckily, we have another box left. Let me slide that over. We'll bring that box forward, and we'll do a live opening next. Box number 2 of the hunt, 51 of the series. Do not show us a bunch of uncirculated nickels, please. Let's see what we got on top. All right, we have an Ender penny in the box. We lost 4 cents. And I do see a whole bunch of older Jeffersons. So we might have a full circulated box of nickels to hunt. I do not see very many new Enders. That's a great sign. We will hunt 50 rolls. I wonder what year that penny is. All right, I'll push it back. We'll start with roll 1. We'll work our way through the box. And of course, I'll let you know what year that penny is when we get to that roll. Roll 2 is going to kick us off with our first find of box 2 and provide us with our oldest nickel of the hunt so far. It's going to be a 1939. We need a D or an S mint mark to be a key date. Oh my goodness gracious, and it is a 39D. Denver mint mark right there. 1939 right there, and honestly it's not in that bad a shape. And if I recall, my 39D is darkened, or maybe it's the 39S. We'll take a look at that in a second, but that's a key date nickel found in the first find of the box. Could be a great box. I took a peek in the album. It was the 38D that was blackened. The 39D is not that bad, but I think the one I just grabbed might upgrade it. Roll number 3, another 40s nickel, and this one's going to be a 1948. 48, I think that's just damage. Yeah, 48 Philly, and I saw a 58 in the back when I flattened them out, and that's going to be a 1958. Probably Denver, if I can get the gunk off it. All right, and yeah, I don't know, but it's definitely either a Denver or a Philly, and we already found a nice Philly, so it doesn't matter either way. 58, probably Denver. Same roll, 2 finds. Roll number 9, and that Memorial Scent Ender is going to be a 98D. Roll 16 had an Ender. Couldn't see the exact year, but I see now that it's a 1948. And I think I see a mint mark as well. No, it's just damage. 1948 Philly. We'll take it. Roll number 20 is going to yield a pretty nice 1941 from the obverse. 1941 Philadelphia. Roll 29 is going to produce our first 46 nickel of the 2 boxes this hunt. And it is a Philadelphia 1946. Roll number 32 is going to provide us with our second nickel from 1939. Last one ended up being a 39D key date. Is this one a key date? And it is not. It's a 39P. But we'll confirm it and check for any of the doubling on the reverse, and I don't see the DDR. 39p nickel, second of the box, but the first one was a key date. Roll 35, and we have a foreign coin. It's actually a Canadian nickel. We haven't found a foreign in a while, and this one's a 1985 with the beaver on the back. We'll take it. Roll 36, another 40s find. 1947, Denver. Roll 45, another 1941 nickel from Philly. Roll 46, another 1946 nickel, also from Philly. Well, we finished the second box of the hunt, box 51 of the series, and even though we're not going to get either the 43D war nickel or the 50D key date, we did have a pretty good two-box hunt. We got 17 from the 50s, maybe a few upgraders, 13 from the 40s, possibly an upgrader, 2 from 1939, 1 key date 39D, a 1926 Denver minted Buffalo nickel that has been nickedated, a lucky penny, and that 85 Canadian nickel. Let me go ahead now and scour through all these, see if we have any upgraders for the album, and I'll bring you back. Well, we've gone through and took a look at all the coins we found compared to the album, and we didn't upgrade only but one. That 1959P didn't upgrade, that 58P didn't upgrade, and that 53S didn't upgrade, and they're pretty nice, so I'm going to hold on to them. I did pull out the existing 1939D that I had, as you can see. Not in too bad a shape, but the reverse, the building, the Monticello building, doesn't have a lot of detail. The one we just found today has about the same obverse, maybe slightly better, but a lot more detail on the Monticello. So we'll upgrade the key date 39D. It is definitely an upgrade. We'll keep this for our collection to the side and be grateful that we were able to hunt a couple of nickel boxes because it's been tough lately. At the end of the day, all we ended up doing was upgrading one nickel, although it was a more valuable nickel, being a 39D key date nickel with only 3.5 million minted. And finding that one gives me hope that we can definitely find one with 2.6 million minted. That puts 51 boxes down, stuck at 136 of the 138 nickels found so far. We won't give up on this series until we complete this album if we can. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this 2-box nickel hunt and album fill episode, and if you did, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting, and thanks for watching. Nothing for the 2021 silver jar this time, and I know he's mad. But the next 2-box hunt, we have a war nickel ender.